Well, I hope he likes fish.
Nancy, Cliff Nelson is a bachelor. I'm sure he'll appreciate anything you cook.
Now, how many more minutes before he gets here, honey?
He should be here in about 15 minutes.
Nancy, can I give you a hand with anything?
Oh, Ava, I didn't think you were going to join us.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I owe the two of you an apology for this morning. I think I just needed a release for all the tensions that have been building up inside me. And when I heard Cliff Nelson's name, I thought back to the trial, and I guess I lost my head a little bit, and I'm very sorry.
We understand, Ava. Dear, I hope you understand Mike's position in this. Look, if you are going to be uncomfortable with Cliff here, then I'd be happy to fix a tray for you.
Thank you, but really that's unnecessary.
You're sure, April?
I will be on my best behavior, word of honor, and all that.
We just don't want you to be upset.
Nancy, I just realized that, well, my reaction this morning to Cliff Nelson was very unwarranted. A lot of Draper's friends played a part in what's happened, and I don't hate any of them, so it's kind of unfair of me to take out all my resentment on Cliff Nelson just because of what's happened.
Well, if it helps matters any, April, I'm sure Cliff Nelson got no satisfaction from prosecuting Draper.
Okay. So let's concentrate now on having a pleasant evening. No, it's the truth. When I saw everyone else getting crew cuts for the summer, well, I thought Bowser should have one, too. Well, nobody ever told me that a sheepdog likes to be that way all year round.
You sound like a real spoiled little brat.
Oh, no. Oh. well, I was a little monster. But wait till I tell you the time that I set fire to the clothesline.
What?
Visiting my cousin in Chicago, and she lived in this 5-story house, you know, with a little yard out in back. Well, we found some cardboard crates, and we decided to set fire to them. I don't know why.
Or maybe you wanted the world's biggest marshmallow roaster.
Oh, I don't remember. I was only 7 years old. But, well, before we knew it, the flames got bigger and higher than we had expected, and they caught fire to the clothesline above our heads.
No.
Oh, and it gets worse. And then the second one caught fire, and then the third clothesline, and then the fourth. And before we knew it, we had burned up the laundry of 5 families. My mother always called it the Great Chicago Fire.
Did she punish you for it?
No. She was really wonderful about it.
She sounds like a good lady. Wish I could remember her.
You know, when I was growing up, our house was always filled with stray animals of one kind or another. You were the first human one, though.
I think she would have been better off sticking to real animals.
You know, I remember this raccoon that she brought home once. She had such a hard time convincing Daddy it wasn't a skunk. Well, this poor little thing had his leg caught in a hunter's trap, and he was really frightened. But Mother gave him so much loving care. You know, when he got well, he bit her.
Sounds like me.
I don't understand.
No, 10 years ago, I came to this house, just like that raccoon. I bit the hand that fed me.
What happened wasn't your fault, Kirk. No, I remember you back then. You were sweet, and you were kind, and you were wonderful. And that's why I fell in love with you.
Emily, I stole from your family.
But you did that for me. You did it for us.
It was still wrong.
No, it was your concern over our future that made you borrow the money from the safe. It was only a loan.
Emily, it wasn't a loan. I mean, loans get paid back. I never did that with this.
But I'm sure you meant to. It was just that things happened.
Oh, right. I'm a real terrific guy, Emily. Because I was worried about being arrested for a crime I just committed, I left my brand new bride of 5 minutes stranded at the altar.
Well, considering your past history, it was certainly very reasonable for you to think that policeman was there to arrest you.
But I kept on running.
Look, I don't want to talk about the past anymore. The past is over, and it's done with. I want to talk about something much more pleasant. Like our future together.
You're right. You know, since I don't have any old memories, maybe we should start building some new ones.
Yes?
Oh, I'm sorry to bother you. Molly sent me up here to relay an urgent message.
Oh, what's the matter?
Well, Molly said that if you're going to take over her kitchen like you did this afternoon, you should at least have the courtesy not to walk out before your business is finished because something is burning.
Oh, no, I forgot about the surprise. Excuse me.
Cliff, you shouldn't have candy and flowers and wine. What a lovely gesture.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Carr. You see, the candy is because you were so fair in the newspaper article that you wrote, and the flowers are because you're so beautiful, and the wine is for dinner, too. You see, it's my favorite. The guy at the store said that November was a very, very good month.
Glad you could accept our invitation, Cliff.
Well, wild horses wouldn't have kept me from being here. It'd be nice to hear some good dinner conversation instead of the sound of my own mouth chewing.
About your friends, I'm sure you have some friends, Mr. Nelson.
Call me Cliff. It'll be nice to hear my own name again instead of the name some people have been calling me these days.
I have a feeling you're exaggerating, Cliff.
I'm not exaggerating at all, Mr. Clark. I mean, ever since a certain case was settled, I've fallen out of the good graces of a lot of people in this town.
It's all right, you can talk about Draper's case.
Mrs. Scott, I want you to know that if I knew you were going to be here, I wouldn't have come.
Why should that have any bearing?
I wanted to tell you how badly I felt about, well, not writing you or calling you because I felt so bad. I just thought you hated me so much that you wouldn't want to hear from me.
You were just doing your job, I realize that.
That's exactly right. I didn't want to prosecute Draper. You see, Logan made me do it. He could have had his choice of assistant district attorneys. I mean, they were lined up outside his door. Boy, there was so much evidence against Draper. He was as guilty as sin. But see, I didn't believe that.
You made a very effective presentation.
Well, all Cliff did was what a prosecutor should do, April. Organize the evidence collected by the police.
Yes, if the police would have worked faster, Draper Scott would be here having his dinner instead of me. Did I say something wrong?
Would you like some more wine, Cliff?
Oh, no, thank you. You see, you have to understand my point of view. If I wasn't such a good lawyer, Draper Scott would be here tonight, alive.
Darling, may I have a drink, please?
Of course, Nancy.
Maybe I should sit down and be quiet, huh?
Cliff, when we last talked, you were saying something about changing the direction of your career.
Well, you can't stay in one place all the time, you know. You got to move on.
The district attorney's office is usually a stepping stone for a lot of young lawyers.
Listen, have you given any thought at all to what type of law you'd like to practice?
Well, I thought it might be interesting to see what life was like on the other side of the courtroom.
You mean you'd like to stay in criminal law, but be on the defense side?
Well, yes, that way I could choose my own cases. So I could fight for clients and causes that I believe in, and I could make a good buck, too.
Sounds like you've already decided to leave.
Well, there's a letter of resignation in my desk right now, Mr. Carr. All it needs is a date and a signature.
And you're just waiting for the right offer to come along, then,
Mrs. Carr, I would turn in that resignation tomorrow if I could work as Mike's partner.
Excuse me. Dinner's ready. Would you like to come in?
Oh, thank you, Nancy. Cliff? You realize before I bring anyone into my office, I'm going to have to check their qualifications very carefully.
Of course. I'm just happy to know I have the inside track.
Well, working as a prosecutor is quite helpful to any defense attorney.
Draper used to work in the DA's office, you know.
That's where he got his start, as a matter of fact, and he did excellent work there, too.
I didn't know that. That's probably why he was so good. You're dealing with the same statutes. If there's one thing I know, it's my criminal law. Of course, I would never be as good as Draper. I mean, that's a very hard act to follow. To follow in his shoes, he must have been a size 12. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'll just have to do the best I can, I guess.
What I'm looking for right now, Cliff, is an employee. The promise of a partnership will have to wait until that person gets a chance to prove himself.
Oh, of course. I just would like to work in your office. I'd learn a lot just hanging around.
You seem to be quite a fan of Mike's.
No secret that he's the best lawyer in Monticello, Mrs. Carr. Probably the state. Probably one of the 10 best in the country.
What I like about you most, Cliff, is your objectivity.
Thank you.
What about Logan? What is he ever going to do without you?
Well, I'm not going to worry about Logan. He can take care of himself.
I thought you were his second man, you know.
I know he thinks very highly of you.
That's because I have such a high rate of convictions, and it looks good for him.
Well, that reflects upon you, too.
Well, maybe, but if he does appreciate my ability, which I'm not too sure he does, there's nowhere for me to go in that office. You see, the only thing I can do now is to challenge the man himself in that big leather chair. I gotta get out on my own and make a name for myself.
Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
That's a very interesting question. See, now you're talking about dreams. Let's see. 10 years from now. It'd be too early to be in the Supreme Court. Although, you may be there, Mike. Let's see, 10 years from now. I'd like to see myself sort of as one of those jet-set lawyers, you know, that you see in the movies. Flying off in a private plane, you know, to see famous people. Very elegant, you know, and sophisticated. In parties, chic discos, very White House state dinners, things like that. A lot of savoir-faire, you know.
Cliff, may I have the rolls, please?
Oh, of course, Mrs. Carr. I'd like to see myself in control.
Thank you.
Oh, my. I'm sorry.
That's all
Listen,
right.
let me get
Okay.
this.
No, no, no.
That's hot. Do you have any towels in the kitchen?
Yes,
I'll
I
go
do.
get some.
Dinner's going to be ready in about 10 minutes. And I thought we could beat the hunger pains with a little bit of white wine. And some conversation.
All right, it's fine with me.
Well, my day's only about half over. Still got the 11 o'clock news to do. Why don't you tell me about your 12-hour shift? Huh?
Oh, it's pretty routine. Hospital rounds, office hours, a little extra time in the police lab.
Oh, bet you saved half a dozen lives today and you're just too modest to tell me.
On second thought, maybe I shouldn't have this wine.
You on the wagon?
Oh, no, it's just that I already had a pre-dinner drink. Matter of fact, that was the only unusual part of the day.
Oh, well, you told me that Dr. Fisher likes to have a snifter of brandy after work.
No. It was our esteemed chief of police who invited me out for a drink.
You had a drink with Derek?
Yeah. It's very friendly.
Oh. Well, did you talk about anything in particular?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we did. Talked about you. No, you see, he thinks I've been giving him the cold shoulder because of our misunderstanding.
Well, that's what it was. It was a misunderstanding on your part. There wasn't any reason for you to be cold to him.
I didn't think I had been. I think he's becoming the sensitive type, that's all.
What happened?
Nothing. He just wanted to set the record straight so we could get back on the same old footing as before.
Well, did you work things out?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't bear him any ill will.
Glad to hear it.
I'm certainly not going to worry about him making any more passes at my wife.
I wish you wouldn't say things like that.
Why would I say?
There can't be any more passes because there weren't any passes to start with.
Come on now. Anyway, he and I agreed to drop the subject, so let's you and I drop it too, okay?
Listen, I would be happy if I never had to hear about it again.
You may not have to, as a matter of fact. There may be somebody new in Derek's life.
Oh, really?
As we were talking, Raven Swift came over, interrupted the conversation long enough to invite him to a dinner party tomorrow night.
Oh, he knows Raven.
I guess so. Anyway, the way they were looking at each other made me think maybe the town will have another hot item soon.
Well, I certainly hope you're wrong.
Why?
Well, the last person I'd want to see Derek get involved with would be Raven.
It's better than pining over a married woman, isn't it?
The only relationship that I'm worried about right now is ours. miss having you with me.
I'm right here.
I mean, at night. Will you please come back to our bed tonight?
Be ashamed to come back now.
What do you mean?
Well, after all, April did move over to Mike and Nancy so I could have the use of the guest room.
It's not funny.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I still don't understand why you decided that we should be sleeping apart.
I told you why. It's because you were tossing and turning half of the night. I just thought it might do some good, that's all.
How can you think you're doing me a favor? Ever since you decided to move into the guest room, I probably haven't slept 2 hours. Just lie in bed, and I stare at the ceiling, and I worry.
I'm sorry, I still think it's the best thing.
Why don't you want to sleep with me?
Oh, God, it's not that I don't want to.
I want you to come back. Put you back where you belong. With me.
We'll see. Later.
It's chocolate all the way through. Used to be your favorite.
You baked that for me?
Well, I enjoy doing nice things for you, Kurt.
Looks and smells delicious.
Well, there's only one way we can find out. Now, if you decide that you want a second piece, or a third piece, or a fourth piece,
wait a second.
you just tell me.
It looks delicious. Let me... Tastes wonderful.
Well, wait until you're well enough to come down to the dining room. I'm going to fix you a dinner fit for a king.
Hey, I didn't know you cooked.
But you just don't remember. You know, when I was a little girl, my mother had a hard time keeping me out of the kitchen. I had dreams of becoming a famous chef in one of those gourmet restaurants in Paris or New York or London.
Why didn't you do it?
Well, I enjoyed cooking for you. After you left, I just sort of lost interest.
I see.
Well, Molly does all the cooking now. It really doesn't make much difference because Daddy's on a special diet, so I couldn't fix anything special anyway.
Why is he on a diet?
Well, Daddy had a heart attack about a year ago. But he's recovering now. If you ask him, he'll tell you he's just fine.
Oh, he's the doctor. He ought to know.
Well, I'm sure he's all right. Has to be all right. It's all I have. All I used to have.
Getting worse. If Emily only knew.
Here you go, Doc.
You're really sure about this, Lieutenant?
One of the cops in that shootout was my partner, Bill Haggerty. He's retired now on a disability, thanks to your friend, Kirk Michaels.
You said it was a payroll robbery.
Yeah. The money wasn't recovered, but at least they got one of them.
Death warrant, Kirk Michaels, age approximately 21, dark hair, blue eyes, killed during commission of crime, no relatives, buried 9/14/71.
Daddy, can't you hear me?
Emily?
Daddy, how many times do I have to call you to get your attention?
Oh, I'm sorry, Angel. My mind was someplace else.
Are you sure you're all right?
No, of course.
You sure?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. Really.
Can I tell you something, Daddy?
Of course, Angel.
I'm very happy.
That's no great secret.
It's because of Kirk.
I know.
It's been such a long time since I felt like this.
10 years.
No, it's not simply that I never forgot him, because as soon as I saw him again, all the old feelings came back to me. You know, I never really stopped loving him.
Well, you never did make any attempt to put him out of your mind.
I know you thought that was wrong of me, but I was right in waiting. See, my feelings for Kirk have really grown. I love him more than ever now.